So this video is going to be about the builds that I've built this year and how well they've sold. If you're interested in anything you see, I probably have a build video for it. So if you stick around to the end, you can check out the playlist of all the build videos. And we're just going to start off with carts. I have built a lot of different carts this year, mostly for vendors and for event coordinators. I get a lot of business from event coordinators and people that need carts for like cotton candy vendors. Built one just recently, just finished it today actually, for someone that's going to be selling espresso, and they're all the way in North Carolina and I'm in Alabama. So that tells you how far people are willing to come for these carts. They're easy to build, and if you're interested in making some pretty good profit this year, I would suggest trying to build these. And if you don't live in Alabama or any connecting states, feel free to use any of my pictures to try to sell these vendor carts before you actually build them, because some of them are kind of big and you don't want to be taking up storage in your shop or in a storage container if you don't have to. So here's a couple of the carts that I'm talking about. And like I said, if you're interested in building one of these, I do have build videos for these different kind of carts. And I do have plans that are $9 for the 4-tier cart, the one that has 4 shelves stacked up. I have plans for that one if you're interested. The other ones, I don't have plans, but if you follow along in the video, you can easily build it. Another thing that I build a lot of for event coordinators is champagne walls. These do really well in this area. I live close to Birmingham, Alabama, and there's a lot of event coordinators in Birmingham, and these rent out. I'm not sure how much the ones are renting that I've sold to the event coordinators, but I have looked online, and some of these are renting for $500 for the weekend. So, you know, if you wanted to build one and store it and rent it out, that's a good way to make extra income. You know, if you could rent these for $500 a weekend, it would definitely be worth it. I don't do that because I'm about an hour from Birmingham and I don't really want to be involved in the delivery and pickup process. I mean, you could get them to come pick it up, but you'd have to charge a little less for them coming to pick it up. I just don't want to be involved in all that. I'd rather just build it and sell it. And most of the champagne walls that I build sell from anywhere from $600 to $900, and I'll show you pictures of those. This one sells for $600, and then the one that I just got through building this weekend sells for $900. It has lights and it holds 48 glasses, and of course it has the green looking stuff on it too. The champagne walls are probably my biggest profit as far as you know, what I have in it, how long it takes, and what I make on it. Because you can build a champagne wall for pretty cheap. There's not much to it. It does take a little time. I mean, you could probably build one in maybe 6 or 7 hours with painting and everything. But for $600 to $900, it's a really good profit. You know, I sell almost 99% of everything I build on Facebook Marketplace and just through word of mouth. But when I started building these carts and champagne walls, it got people asking for different custom builds. And to me, you know, I know some people don't like building custom stuff because you really don't know what's in it until you get started. You don't know how much it's going to cost to build. But I try to price pretty high on custom stuff to make up for unforeseen circumstances, especially like this espresso cart that I was just talking about. I made $2,200 on that, and I probably got maybe $500 in it. So really good profit. I think I probably have about 12 to 15 hours in it in all. So long story short, take the custom builds. So for some smaller projects that I've built this year, check out my wind spinner video. Those are really easy to make. I sell them for $42 without shipping and about $52 to $55 with shipping. I've made a couple of these this year and they sell okay. They're a good item to take to a show. I haven't done any shows this year, but I do want to get enough wind spinners and some crosses like Matt makes on 731. I made a couple of those and sold some of those. I'd like to get a few of those made and take those wind spinners and crosses to a show along with some charcuterie boards and cutting boards and stuff like that. I haven't tried a show. If you have, let me know in the comments how it went and what you took to the show and what sold and what didn't. So as I mentioned before with the custom builds, here's some of the custom things that I've built this year that, you know, are just off the wall strange that people have wanted. I have one customer in particular that is an event coordinator in Birmingham, and she does weddings and birthday parties. And this wagon cart is one that I just built for her, and she's going to use it in a Western themed wedding, I think, or a Western themed party, I'm not sure. And this wall with the saloon doors, that is going in the same party. Designed this from a picture that I saw on Amazon, I think, or on the internet somewhere. And if you're interested in making saloon doors and not having to buy them, because they're about $170 to $200 a piece for a saloon door, I bought shutters on Facebook Marketplace for $30 for 2 shutters and cut the bottoms off and turned them into saloon doors. If you're interested in knowing how to do that, I do have a build video on that too. One last build I'm going to mention that I mentioned in the previous video is porch bed swings. If you don't know what those are, look them up. They're really cool, and people in the South especially love these. People with front porches, people with screened-in back porches, they want porch bed swings, and they sell really well. They're not hard to make at all. I have a build video on those also. Go check that out if you're interested in building those. I sell those for about $500 to $550. I haven't sold too many of those this year, and that's just because I haven't been pushing them on Facebook Marketplace. And speaking of selling stuff on Facebook, you really have to update your listings pretty regularly, because if you don't, people will stop seeing them. So the best thing to do if you're trying to sell on Facebook is to delete your listing about a month into it and then relist it, and it'll start showing up again. If you don't do that, it'll just get lost in the shuffle and nobody's going to see it. I have seen comments from people on groups saying that they get a lot of scammers on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I do too sometimes, but I just ignore them. And you know, the people that are real, they really want you to build something for them, you're going to know right away by the questions they ask and how they interact with you. The only problem I have with selling stuff on Marketplace, as soon as you tell them that you require a 50% down payment or whatever it is, and you tell them, you know, you can pay with Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal or whatever, you never hear from them again. I don't know why. I guess people are just scared to send money like that. But you know, if you have a website or a Facebook page, they can easily go to your page and tell that you're legit, and you can send them your YouTube and they'll see you and know that you're really building stuff. So that's what I do. I direct people to my Facebook page and my YouTube page to show them that I am a legit business, and usually that helps. So if you're trying to sell on Marketplace, that's the way I do it. Hey, if you stuck around this far, I appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. It really helps support me and the channel. And I know everyone loves to see build videos, but I've been building the same stuff over and over again, so I really haven't had many build videos to post lately. Sorry about that, but there is going to be some new stuff coming up. I got a cedar chest build coming up, that I'm gonna make a build video of, and a couple other things coming up. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon to get notified of when I create more videos. And we'll see you next time.